Hey there, Starseeds! Welcome to Beyond the Cosmic Table. We're a group of friends from different cultures, backgrounds, and beliefs. We gather around our table and initiate honest and open conversations on how energy and frequencies influence what we create around us. By expanding awareness, we're able to journey with practical guidance, leading to our highest awareness and conscious living. So, take a seat and join us at our table. In this episode, Julie shares the beginning of her awakening journey, her divine first meeting with Ebby, learning through Jami that she's a medium, and now how she plans to move forward with her coaching experience using intuitive guidance to help others find their passion and get the ideas flowing.
Hi, Julie. I'm so glad to sit with you today and hear your story about your awakening journey. So take it away.
Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate the time. Everyone has amazing stories. So you always think yours isn't as cool or whatever, but mine was pretty cool too. I lived in Kansas City for a while with my husband, and we moved back abruptly just because we were kind of being called to move back up into the Chicago area. So I got to hang out with my sisters a lot more, and my little sister Lisa. She would go with me, and we'd bring my kids to school all the time together, and then we'd go work out. And one day I was complaining about somebody, and I don't remember who it was, but she looks at me right in the face and she goes, you see something in them that you don't like about yourself. And I just looked at her and I said, what are you smoking? So what do you mean this is about them. This is not about me. And she's like, no, you need to read this author I've been reading, Deepak Chopra. And I said, well, that doesn't make any sense, but I'm intrigued. I respect her. I trusted her. I thought she was crazy though when she said that. I'd never heard that concept before. And so I read Deepak Chopra's, I have the book, The 7 Spiritual Laws. It's a little tiny book. It's amazing. There's one he wrote about parenting too. And that was the whole pivot of how I started checking in with what am I thinking? Why am I thinking? And is it really them or is it me? If I see something in somebody else that I don't like, it's because I already don't like it in myself. But that gets rid of the victim mode, and we're used to blaming everything in our lives that we don't like on everyone else. And that points it back to us and gives us ownership, which is bad because now we have to change it, but it's also great because we're in control. So we're in control of making these changes. So we started reading all of his books, and Wayne Dyer, all those spiritual people. And then just like you, Kim, The Secret came out, and I watched it. And I watched it and I watched it, and I can't even tell you how many times I watched it. Then Bob Proctor was on there. I started digging into him, and I became one of his consultants, and that was amazing because that was just a whole ton of people that I got exposure to that didn't have that victim mentality, that had all of this drive and passion and purpose. And at the time I was working at a big corporate insurance company. Everybody hates their job there. You don't have any control over your life there. You are sucked in. You have to go. And all of these people were creating their own businesses and doing things that they love to do. A whole different culture of people that I'm still in shock a little bit that I had no idea that existed. It was so crazy. Crazy fun though. So I started a company at the time called Crazy Amazing Incorporated, and I was started doing life coaching, headed down that path, trying to find my niche, parenting coach, weight loss coach, all kinds of different coaching ideas till I found my niche. But in that process, I started a mastermind group, kind of like we were going over the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And if you haven't read that book, there's a secret in that book. And I heard when I first read it that you can only see the secret. You'll only uncover the secret for yourself when you're ready to receive it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to receive this secret. I'm smart. I can do this. I read that whole dang book and I didn't know what they were talking. I mean, I knew what they were talking about, but I didn't know what the secret was. It's like, shoot. So I opened up the book in the beginning again, and I figured I'm going to read this book until I found the secret. And the first sentence, I don't want to give it away, but I found out pretty fast. So if you haven't read the book, if you don't know what the secret is, you need to go read Think and Grow Rich. In the beginning of the book, though, it was like plastered in front. And that's a book that I try to read annually, because every time you read it, you see new things. Because every time you read it, you're a different person and you're ready to see the next new thing that you're ready to receive. It's fascinating. But I was teaching mastermind groups with this book, and we were going through the book and reading it. And I was doing it through Meetup, and we were meeting at Barnes and Noble. You know, when there used to be, I think Barnes and Noble, I guess, is still there. But so I was meeting a group of people one night, and this lady in a group next, it was a really popular meeting place for meetup groups. This lady in the group next to us kind of scooted her chair over and joined our group. And she's like, you sound way more interesting than the group over here. And I don't remember what they were teaching or talking about, but it was Ebby, and that's how I met Ebby.
Now that's funny.
It is so funny. She joined a couple of my mastermind groups. And again, Abby's really into the more psychic things, but Think and Grow Rich, it technically is, it delves into that. So it was really, and we've been friends ever since. So about 4 years ago, she called me and she said, hey, we're meeting at my friend Jami's house for some readings. Do you want to come? And it was just kind of out of the blue. And I was like, sure. She's like, my friend Ileana will be there. And I was like, okay, I haven't met her either. So I had to send Jami a question for the reading that night. So I didn't know what to ask. So I asked, why am I afraid of the dark? You know, I was trying to be funny, because I always try to be funny. So I was like, okay, why am I afraid of the dark? Because I am afraid of the dark. I need a nightlight. I say it's not to trip over the dog in the middle of the night, but I am afraid of the dark at night. So I get there and I'm meeting all of these people, these wonderful people at Jami's. I met Jami, and they're talking all of these very different topics that I have not been exposed to, you know, all on the psychic realm. So it was so interesting. I'm just sitting there and listening. So we get to the point of the main topic of that meeting that night. Jami's going through our readings. I want to say there is at least 12 or 15 people in the room. And we're all just cozy in her living room. She decorates her home so beautifully. So we're just enjoying, and I'm leveraging and stealing decorating ideas from her from that moment on. But she gets to me and she says, Julie, you're a medium. And I said, no, wouldn't I have known that? She's like, you're a medium. And I was like, okay. And I didn't have anything resonating. Oh, that explains it, or anything like that. I had like zero feelings. So that was interesting to me. So no judgment either. And she says, this is why you're afraid of the dark, because when you're a medium, if you don't, how did she put it? If you don't control your environment, then you might have experiences that you might not like, you know, negative and things like that. As a medium, you can set work hours and things when you want to talk to the other side, that kind of thing. I'm oblivious to what she even means. I know I watch mediums on TV and I like that. But as far as me doing this, controlling it, you know, she was way over my head at this point. But it was really interesting. But that, again, that's why she said, that's why you're afraid of the dark, because, and maybe I saw something when I was young that hasn't been uncovered to me yet, of why I don't, you know, why I didn't know or anything like that. Maybe I had experiences when I was little and I just kind of blocked them. But so that's kind of been the beginning of my journey with Jami. and that group of ladies. And then, you know, it just kind of morphed into what our table is now over these last few years. So I think I was at Jamie's maybe when Diana went her second time. So I got to meet Diane there that night. And so we all kind of started at that similar time.
And that was what year? 2017?
2016.
2016. Okay. I'm trying to piece all the years together because I met with Lee yesterday, and she was 2018, which I thought she was there a lot longer than I was because I joined 2018. So it's just, I never knew the timeline of everyone really until recently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2016. I don't think it was the year before, but I was still working in a job. It was the year before my mom had passed because Jami was helping me a little bit when my mom was transitioning. So she was helping me through that. But yeah, it's been a really fun ride, and our group is such a great support group of people, passionate. I think Ebony said in her interview, it's amazing because there's no judgment. We're all lifting each other up, and we want to help everybody that we're around doing the same thing. And that's why we're doing what we're doing here, because we all had to start somewhere. And, you know, we all have our goals of just increasing our consciousness and or opening it up and just creating such a beautiful vision for our world and everyone that we're surrounded with or by.
Yeah, it is really amazing. I would be surprised to learn if there was another group like this out there, to have a group of friends like this. And we all came together, you know, we started as strangers, you know,
Right.
And now it's family. And I would never be where I'm at today without this group. I wouldn't know, you know, the support that is offered. It's just indescribable.
It is great. And, you know, when we meet people, like when I first met Jami, she opened her front door. It's like, okay, I know I'm just meeting her, but I felt like I knew her already. I remember meeting you at a Halloween party at Ebby's house. And, you know, it was like we knew this was going to happen. We're all instantly friends, just so we can get moving with what our purpose is. Because I think that this is probably pre-set up for us.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In terms of your mediumship, because in the beginning, this was all new to you, and now some time has passed, would you say that you've been tapping into that?
I have. I still am working on the trust. You know, it's all part of the journey too, because I always did have the intuition. I just thought it was intuition, but it's really, you know, I am tapping in to my guides and using what they say. So I'm just practicing and practicing, channeling just over and over. And the main way, as Jami says over and over, the main way you do this is by meditating. And then working with my peers in this group, they made me channel one night. I was so scared. I never done it. Like I was doing it in front of my computer and kind of typing things, but they made me do it at the table. And I don't know why I was so scared, because it's just my buddies, you know, my girlfriend. But, you know, they all received some great messages, but so interesting. You know, you guys all pull me out of my comfort zone.
I missed that night, but I heard about it. You'll have to do it again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I'm not sure still where my path is. I know the beginning of my path is I'm starting a business called IdeaYing, which has been always great at brainstorming and helping people get ideas for what they're stuck on or where their path is, or identifying what their passion is. So I was like, okay, I got to start somewhere. And if it's not the mediumship yet, it's interesting. I was telling my husband tonight, okay, so I have this business I've started already. It's IdeaYing.com. And it's purely brainstorming. And I call it IdeaYing because that sounds way more cool than brainstorming. But we're generating ideas for my clients on what they need information for to help create and open up their path. And I know, though, that this is just the early phase of this because it's going to grow into something that's going to include these other talents. And I am using my guides information during these sessions too. So it's just really fun to just follow the path of where we're led. And if I can help people get on their journey for the beginning of their path too, and I'll hand them their breadcrumbs for free, and help them follow all the clues that they already have. They're just not seeing them. So that's where I've started.
That's a great idea. Do you have an idea when you will be up and running with that, where you will start marketing? And
I have a website out already, and I'm just the wording on it will grow, but it's out there. It started. I have to just start the social media pages, and yeah. So everything we're doing in this group is, of course, pushing me forward. It's a little scary, as every entrepreneur knows. It's a little scary getting out there, and sometimes you just need that. It's the confidence sometimes, but a lot of times you're just not used to selling yourself that way.
right.
So just really getting used to that idea. My husband and I own a company, so entrepreneurship isn't a different company, but entrepreneurship isn't completely new to me then. So I know you're not used to selling yourself. When you go to work and you have a W-2 kind of job, this is a different animal. You have to go and sell yourself. You don't have to just show up. You sell yourself for your interview and then you go to work every day. But this, you have to sell yourself and your services, and you have to believe in what you are doing. So there's a whole ball of things that have to go so you can get up and running.
Don't I know it?
Yep.
In the beginning stages too, just like you, and it's scary and exciting all at once.
Well, we should meet together, and we can do some IdeaYing together too.
Really should. That is a great idea. Yes.
Yeah. And then that helps you get jumpstart with your confidence too. I met with Ebby and Diane over the weekend, and I needed a little jump start. And Diane just starts blabbing all these phrases and things. And I mean blabbing in a positive way, because I'm writing them down as fast as I could. And that's all I needed. We just need a little IdeaYing session to get us moving. And then we're running.
That's great. So if someone wants to work with you for some IdeaYing, they should go visit your website at IdeaYing.com.
I have a schedule in there. You can pick some time slots that work for you, and we'll get your idea running too.
Awesome. I'm going to go check it out as soon as we're done here. I'm so excited for you. Well, awesome. Thank you for sitting with me so we could get you introduced to our listeners. We're sitting around with everybody around the table for a little introductory. So when we move forward with our podcasts and our topics, everyone can kind of put, a story to a name. So they understand, where we all came from, how we started, and how we ended up at the table. So thank you for joining me today. And I will see you on Thursday at group, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kim.
I've really been loving this one-on-one time, learning more about my tribe sisters. This IdeaYing idea of Julie's sounds so great, and I can't wait to work with her. Go check out our website to learn more. IdeaYingcom. That's ying, like yin and yang. So clever. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us. We're on Instagram at Beyond the Cosmic Table. Alrighty, catch you in the next episode. Bye.